Welcome back to another week of lessons from the Zohar. In this week's Parsha, Parshas Balak, we have the Zohar tells us as follows. Pasach v'amar, the person who was giving over the lecture, would start off with the following. Hachacham eina b'reisha. He brought a verse from Koheles that says that the wise person, his eyes is in his head. So he asked, what does it mean that the eyes are in the head? Where else would the eyes be? In the arm? In the body? Rather, the pasuk is coming to tell us as follows. To explain this statement in Koheles, we have to preface with the teaching that a person should not walk more than 4 amos with a bare head. My taima, the Shekhinah the reason for this is because the Shekhinah, the divine presence, is above one's head. And a person shouldn't be going with the divine presence above his head with a bare head. So that's what the verse is telling us, that the wise person, his eyes is in his head, that a person, his eyes should be focused on what's above his head. And once he realizes that the Shekhinah is on top of his head, he also needs to take into consideration another thing. And that is, just like a flame needs oil, because the body of a person is comparable to that of a wick. And there's that fire which is shining on top of his head. And Shlomo Melech, he cried out and he said, oil on your head should not be missing. Because this flame above one's head needs oil. And this oil is the good deeds. So the Alter Rebbe brings in the Sefer of the Tanya, and I'll have a link below in the description, and I encourage you to read further, that the Zohar is basically telling us that it's not enough for us to have that inherent connection with Hashem, that we have our neshama, our soul that's connected to divine. It's a divine soul and it's connected to Hashem. Rather, we have to also give fuel to that light, give fuel to that flame that's on top of our head, and that is through our continuous actions of doing the mitzvah. And that concludes today's episode. Thank you very much for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for next episode.